All right, I think I'm live. I didn't even have a chance to set things up here. Let's see. Morning chat. It sounds stupid. Day off. Hey, Uber. Let's see. Morning chat. A day off. Choochin. Advice for Harvey. All right, and there we go. I don't see the. It's weird. Good morning, Lucky Bean. Not seeing anything on the. How strange! I'm not seeing anything on the this side anymore over here. Very strange. They just did. I always dread every time they do an update. Here is it then. Every time they do an update on here, it always screws everything up. Let's see. Studio mode, what is that? I don't know what that was. That's stupid looking. Let's see. Get help. Yeah, that's helpful. Maybe you have to log in and log back in and log out, log back in again. I don't know. I hate that every time they do an update, we all get screwed up in here. So no events, mini feed. I don't know. Okay. Well, anyway, guys, good morning. It is the 20th of February. I guess I'm still live. I don't know. Can you hear me okay? Hey, Nocturnal, how are you doing, sweetie? Totally different layout board, totally different everything on the part of Streamlabs. I don't know, 2 years I've struggled with this effing program. I'm going to go live a little bit today. I'm not going to lift a hammer. I'm not going to do anything today. I'm hoping to have energy to go chooching today. I'm not going to lie to you guys, it was a miserable night trying to sleep last night. My hands have just been so friggin' sore. How you doing, Rory? Nice to see you. Hello, Amy. And I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's just I did all that stapling and doing that work yesterday on the rig, which wasn't too much, but I don't know. I guess the old age catches catches up to everybody. I'm going to be out of here hopefully at the end of February. What is Jen? Is your appointment the third, March 3rd, 5th, 4th, March 4th? So the window's closing here, but sometime between the end of February through the beginning of March, I'm hoping that'll encompass the last weekend of February, Rory, so we can have a good time. Ginger, hello, rapid fire. Nice to see you today. So let me see what I got. Unfortunately, no Streamline. Please try the CBTHC ointments. They're amazing. Well, I have all kinds of things. I don't know what this. I don't really know what the situation is. It's like I suspect I'm looking at carpal tunnel surgery because you're trying to find a frat party we can crash. That's cool. Sorority party be good too. Nice place to chooch. Yeah. Nice place to chooch. Hello, Jen. Nice to see you. I suspect I'm going to need carpal tunnel because if I can hold my arm one way in bed and it is painful as can be, but then you put it in another configuration and the pain goes away. So there's something going on with that. How you doing, Tess? Nice to see you. Meantime, they will help you, I promise. Thank you, Deborah. So I'm kind of on a low energy mode. Hello, Tom Finland. I'm kind of on a low energy mode this morning, but I will see. I'll look into that. I've been given a lot of things. I have the copper gloves and things like that. Let's just face it. It's been month after month of just using my hands to do work and running power tools. And I suspect sometimes when you're running saws, the vibrations and things that get in your hands and all that can be a drag. Cody says, hello from Texas. Well, hello to Cody. Hello, Sean. How are you today? Nice to see you. Sorry about my titling. I got caught off guard with me drawers down today. I went to log into Streamlabs, and usually they have a they have a pre-page that you can put your title in and everything. And all of a sudden, I look up and I'm live, and none of the bells and whistles are on the page, and I'm like, what is this? What is this nonsense? And thank you, Sean, for sending me that other information. Hello, Carolyn. Tip top from top to bottom. Good, good, good. Moringa has helped your arthritis. That's good. That's good. What's going to help me is to finish this van job. Days like yesterday was only a few hours of work, but it's very intense with this stapler and pulling and pushing and all that. I'm just tired of it. And I'm staring at you, Rosie, first thing. There you go, Uber. Woo! Yeah, 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 yeah. So I think I'll be out. I think I'll be out today. I was going to go live last night. I was starting to watch a little bit on YouTube. I've been in this Ozzie and Harriet, watching reruns of Ozzie and Harriet. Don't ask me why. I've just become addicted to some of these 50s and 60s TV series. The kind and civil days of America back then, and I fell asleep, and that was it. And then I woke up in just excruciating pain. Hello, Madowix. Hello, Yaz. Nice to see you, sweetie. I've got to check out your video. I know that your renovation work is underway. I'm excited about that. So I don't know what's going on. I've been just enjoying a cup of coffee, kicking back. I want to thank Joey D, my friend. He's not been around because Elvis is around, and I get that. Some people are very principled about the things that they do, and he was very kind to send a meat thermometer. Today we got a goodie box. Thank you, Shannon. Nice to see you. Yeah, I need some rest. Hey, yeah, man. You started watching all the Jerry Lewis movies. Hey, did Valerie, Jeffrey, good morning. So that's very nice from Joey D there, and I'm very appreciative of that, Joey D. We had no meat thermometer here. It's got a nice protective sheath. He also sent some real pure Vermont maple syrup. And if you know anything about real maple syrup, it is really, really expensive. So I appreciate that. Really expensive. Nob Hill Trading Company. And what does that say? Our authentic Nob Hill Trading Company pure Vermont maple syrup is simply the finest maple syrup you will ever taste. Light amber in color, delicate maple bouquet. This delightful maple syrup is excellent on pancakes, waffles, hot cereal, even ice cream and fruit. So proudly distributed, yeah, so there it is. Pure Vermont maple syrup. Pretty cool, huh? On that. And then very nice. And then some, hey Kim, how you doing, sweetie? And then some very nice macadamia nuts. I think I might start eating some nuts. Be careful how we interpret that. Rosie's anything that comes out of my mouth is apt to be found on a parody or something. So I got to be really careful, right? So if I say I need to, I need to start eating some nuts, it is what it is. Hey Nathan, yeah, eating some nuts, yeah, eating some nuts on there. So, but I heard that they're pretty good for you too. Did you see the viruses? I did see I did see it sweeping through Madowix. What I'm gonna do. Madowix is talking about the Wuhan virus just raging through Korea and Japan. I'm just ready to surrender myself to it. Okay, I'm just gonna throw myself onto the virus. Okay, and just go through it. And hope I survive. Yeah. They would be good in cookies. Yeah, it's an ugly world, right? We're just passing through this warm winter of climate change, and right. Don't you dare leave us with leave us with Elvis. Poor Jen's traumatized. Oh, my moderators. Hey, Juju B. My moderators have been so traumatized over the last 3 months. They have had to work their butts off. So yeah, it is what it is. So that's another thing we have to contend with is that virus. So I went in much to try to catch it. I'm like, that's good. That's the way I feel. I'm just going to throw myself right into the breach. Just sneeze on me. I'm going to ask people, have you been to come back from Hong Kong or China? Just sneeze on me, please. Okay, just shower me with your saliva and your germs. How you doing, Ms. ATX? You beautiful gal. Nice to see you. Now, today, probably be Choochin, Windsor. I want to get my energy level up. It's good to be out in the air. It's the transitional season. I can't believe February is like 2/3 over now, and I'm very excited about warm weather coming up because I've probably reached the low point of being depressed, and it's been sunny days. But I'll tell you the truth. Marshall's talking about how he's worn out on the van build. Well, imagine that's all you have to focus on life, right? Is just doing a van build, and I've got to do all the other things of continuing to work in the workshop and do electronic repairs for people and downsizing my life and paying some modicum of attention to Missy Jen and keeping repairs on the rancho. Let me tell you, bro, you've had the easiest winter you've ever spent. Okay, so I'm telling you, man, when you talk about working hard, I mean everything has been stressful, very stressful. From understanding that if we make one bad cut on a piece of material, one screw up, one misslip, one bad measurement, then there's no budget for other material. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure to do things and to make sure that things are square and they fit and they look good and they're safe and wiring and things. So yeah, I say you should be eternally grateful and you should not have a peep of complaint when somebody has put out to the extent that I have here. I mean, if I was hanging with somebody, I'd be on the ground walking behind them with my lips on their butt, thanking them for everything that they've done. And if they wanted to chooch on the moon or chooch on the surface of the sun, I'd be there with them in good spirit and not complaining about things. But, thank you, Valerie. I appreciate that. Push cushions around for over 10 times. Yeah, if you have a chance, I'm rehabbing after I could use your help. Well, it's fine. You know, it's fine. No, I didn't extend the van build. It's just that some days I can't physically do anything today. I'm physically, my hands are in it. I don't know what it is, especially my left hand has been just in excruciating pain the last 12 hours or so. So I'm not doing anything today. I'm going to focus on going out and chooching, getting something nice to eat, and having a good time, and maybe drink a few beers or something like that. Is that the male guy out there? I don't know. Georgie, go into attack mode. Get him. Get that cat. Go get him. Get that cat. Get him. Go get that cat. Get that cat. Like getting things. Hey odds, how you doing? I'm not complaining on things, but what I'm saying is a lot is my own pace on this job. I'm not 38 years old. I'm not in my 20s. I'm not J.K. NoCal, a young guy who can lift 80-pound sacks of Saccrete mortar mix and be Johnny on the spot. Man, I'm going to be 62 in June. It's a lot to take on. I mean, I play young. I probably look younger. I enjoy staying in great shape. But you can't escape uh, age and the toll it takes on physicality. And as much as I like Mr. X and stuff, and other people I got to hear every day, Mr. X has got bad knees and he can't do this and do that. But I don't ever hear any concern about my hands or anything like that. So that's been a little disturbing to me lately. The total lack of how I'm doing and how I'm holding up physically through this process. Thank you, God. So we're, no shade to Marshall because um, there's nothing really else to do except to hang up lights anyway. Most of the everything has been done. So he will be on his way this weekend. He'll be moving his stuff back into the van. We'll be cleaning the shine shack and getting that ready. Friggin' buffering all the time. I'm not buffering at all. You need to check out your connections, Tom, because I'm not buffering at all. So thank you, Irish Springs. I don't have any problem. Yes, it is. It is self-serving. There's not as much as I hoped over time that Marshall would have more empathy and uh, um, more observational ability to see things. It's sadly it's all about him and the van building and the toll that it's taken on him. But it is what it is. That's okay. If that's the worst somebody does in life, and if that's the worst on YouTube, that's good. Um, well, it takes a lot. Your months are just as precious. That's right. The months are very, very precious. Very, very precious. So it is winding down. I'm not in a rush. I'm waiting for the high sign from D to head down to Las Vegas. And at the same time, Marshall will be heading out too, and whatever needs to be done will have to be done in Chicago because at this point in time the van is very livable. We're waiting for a water pump to be delivered. That's the last real mechanical thing. How you doing? Yeah, I did absolutely did my best. Did my best. Uh, yeah. Well, Sean, I'm not sure about that. I never want anybody to be found for physical harm. Uh, it's the last since June has been fine with Marshall. There's nothing he's done. He's been accused with some horrendous things. People claimed he made horrible statements. They professed to send in reams of legal documents to YouTube, and of course, nothing was done on the part of YouTube because it wasn't him. But you have people that are still relatively new on YouTube that assume everything they see is real and that people can't put PayPal links in troll channels, and they have no concept of what people will do on this site sometimes if they want to create mayhem. Okay, but I say having been with him since June, that things have been fine. Sadly, I think people miss having a play toy to bat around. And there's so many people that, oh, I want to see the rants again. I want to see you chimp out and do those kind of things. Of course, because it was great entertainment value. Do they really care about the person behind that entertainment value? Well, I attempted to and I tried to. And that's something that I'll never have any regret about that. Okay. But as far as being on the straight and narrow since June, yeah, I don't think certain traits like procrastination and neatness. I myself am not a very neat person. Ask Missy Jen. But I don't live in a 70 square foot vehicle. So there's a big difference between the two. Thank you, John. Yeah, he did a great job mowing the grass. I was appreciative of that. He's done things around here that we've asked him to do that the camera's not been rolling on. Okay, I don't feel like I need to hold that up to prove to anybody anything. Thank you, Uber. Now the rest will be up to him as he goes on his way and makes his content and goes back to doing the content that he wants to make. I don't have any expectations of what happened. What you will hear from people, see, we told you, Rosie, you do something and backsliding. I take no responsibility for what people do on YouTube, and we have far bigger unresolved fish to fry than the Elvis travels out there in the world. We got some really serious stuff that's coming down right now that, it's, I'm not going to go into it, but I'm just saying there's some bigger fish to fry on the table than what's going on there. Thank you, Captain Caveman. You're sweet. Hey, Janet, how you doing? Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. We'll see handsome Robert around. So, I guess it's a roundabout way of saying sometimes I have things in slow down mode, not because I want to spend every waking minute with Marshall and looking into those big brown Assyrian eyes, but because, like a day like today, I'm not physically capable of working with my hands today or accomplishing anything. If I tried to, I would make a mess of things. So I'd rather start fresh tomorrow and knock it out. I sat on my stupid phone last night. I thought I destroyed that. Went off. Took everything over to the S9 Plus, which has been repaired, wasting time. And then I started the S10 today and it started up again. I had to put everything back on that. Then fun. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I've been happy and fun loving Jen. I've done a lot of fun stuff with Marshall. We've had a lot of laughs. We've had a good time. But I think it reaches a point where separation is good. It's time for us to go our separate ways and do our separate content. No regrets about doing the van build though. It's turned out to be a really nice project, and I can be proud of it. As can he. He's done a lot of work on the rig. Some people minimize. A lot of people minimize the work he's done, but he's done a lot of work on the rig, and I'm appreciative of that. Take the van. I have no idea, Madowix. I have no idea where he'll take the van. I guess he'll be dependent upon Mr. X to help him out on that. So Mr. X has done a lot of repairs and a lot of work over the years. He's been a good friend to Marshall, as have I. But I'm not like Guido when you buy a Fiat or a Lamborghini that you have a problem with it. And in the old days, they would ship Guido over from Italy to fix your Lamborghini. Okay. I'm not going to fly into Chicago to parachute in and do a repair. Hey, Tanya, I hear you, Jen. I hear you. You need a little more space now. Yeah, it's all good. I want to get the Shine Shack back. I'm looking forward to traveling. I'm looking forward to hanging out with Dee and making some content and being on the road again and doing some video content in some cool towns and chooching around those areas. That's what I really love doing and capturing some videos, some cinematic stuff and things like that. Hey, Katie, how you doing? Sean says it was a good time watching YouTube, Elvis Travels, and Rosie O'Kelly show. There'll be more adventures ahead. I'm sure I'll see Marshall in out in the Midwest, and we'll do some things that the striping still wants to be done on the van to do that kind of work. They're very limited jobs. They have a beginning and an end, and they're not so demanding. Not so demanding. Yeah, who cares, ketchup? The bigger question is, would I do it with you? That's the bigger question. No, Tom Finland. People may have a hard time believing it, Tom, and that's just one of the horrible things that people say on YouTube. Mr. X is straight. He's been a family man. He's been a good friend to Marshall, and I sort of resent Tom Finland, people that put that out there like a boy toy and things like that. Okay. Dave. Well, it's time to take Dave down now. Okay. All right. Dave was like doing one of his rants yesterday. And I was walking around the big box store looking for some items, and I had Dave's Hangout on, And of course, my hearing's not what it used to be. And I'm walking down the aisles of the store, and all you can hear is Dave F bombing. Rosie, we had you up on a pedestal, and you stuck your foot into the shit of drama. And all these people were looking like, who in the hell is that? What talk show are you listening? What talk show are you listening to on YouTube? So that was pretty funny. I figured it this way, Dave, and I'm not. I did one and done because if you dare to exercise your right that you've known people, and some of these people that make negative comments about, oh, Rosie just dipped into the drama, saw what the views were. I don't need to dip into drama to get the views, okay? I get thousands and thousands of views doing my own thing, okay? But when you've known people as long as I have, and you've enjoyed their company and you've enjoyed years of relationships with these people, you care a little bit. You know, I'm sorry, you care. You want to offer solutions and things. You know, you want to express your opinion. In other words, it's okay if they go on and they take snippets and they upload little 3 minute clips and they go on side chats and practically set up camp there, expressing their opinions. But if you choose to weigh in yourself on something, well, there's something, negative about that. Hey, I've known these people longer than 99.99% of the people that offer comments, critiques, pluses, and minuses about these people. Well, Dave, I enjoy you too. I'm not throwing you under the bus. I was laughing my patootie off in the store. I'm not ranting. I'm just saying I was laughing. I thought it was funny, the stuff that you were the stuff what you were saying. But trust me, I do enjoy doing my own content. I don't want to go into drama. And yes, Dave, I will buy you a steak. Okay, so stop asking. Good morning, Eddie. I thought it was a fair offer, Mouse Toes, but as usual, to a person with a hammer, everything will look like a nail. And these are some of the worst people with some of the most sordid history on YouTube and in real life, and they dare to critique other people. That's what I find so fascinating here on YouTube is that how many people grab the high ground when there's a lot of things that may say maybe they shouldn't on here, but they don't mind dashing people, misgendering, uh, some of the people that you would think would be the most, um, what would I say, upstanding and trying to think of the right verbiage to use here. They would set the standards of behavior. Purportedly retired army uh, people retired from the army and stuff. You think that they would set the highest standards of behavior and things, but they set the bar the absolute lowest by just being so invested every day in negativism. You just wonder what their real life is like. Kind of sad. Yet many are riding hard on the river denial. But I'm gonna have a video coming out tomorrow morning that something good comes out of that too. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Jordan Blue? Nice to see you. I don't think Dave would ever do that, Jen. My honest opinion. Um, stepping outside of the Boyd may not have been the smartest idea for hosting that sort of chat. How you doing, Jay? So I'm hoping that stuff will clean. We'll get. No, I don't think anything to do with that. Let's get another soapbox. That's right, Pinto. Let's get another one. Might as well join everybody else on the soapbox, Pinto. Nobody minds giving them a slap down when they show up and camp on side chats for hours and just bash away and go negative. They're hailed as superheroes and great people, you know. Despite the fact 3/4 of them flip flopped over to the other side, and a lot of the rest of them ran and hid when the stuff hit the fan. Okay. Well, whatever. It's another reason not to get involved in a lot of the crap. Hello, Charla. Hello. Nice to see you this morning. It's probably just the pain talking. The pain talking today. I can't stand Bloomberg either. Just as an FYI. Yeah, just stand up and own your relationships, or make a statement about them. If things get upended, the easiest thing to do is go off and shirk and hide and make pretend nothing ever happened. Take the heat. Hey, Jay Money, how are you? Uh, how you doing, Brenda? Nice to see you. Hello, Lavender. Good morning. Good afternoon to you. So anyway, on a positive note, that brings me to how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, at a round table. Thank you, Kevin. Been more open-minded regarding the trans community. Yeah, and I'm not one of those people, Kevin, that goes out and bashes and demands that people accept things. I could care less whether you accept me or not. Okay? But it's very easy to hide behind an anonymous avatar. It gives you all kinds of courage and strength and ability to be a real courageous warrior. Well, it doesn't mean anything to me. Okay? All right. You live your life, you accept who you are, and you move on, flaws and all. That's the way it is. So I wanted to talk about how you doing, Kitten Cat? I wanted to talk about that's right, you accept you. Thank you, Adventures Unknown. I appreciate that. I wanted to just mention to Harvey, I was listening to a little bit of his hangout earlier about how he's kind of upset about the state of YouTube. Harvey, you just recently got monetized. Go do your content, okay? Don't spend time on the drama side chats and things, okay? Just go do your content, do your live streams, and have fun. You're such a fascinating person. I feel like I'm your longest standing friend here on YouTube. We go back 3 years to the vintage audio and the restoration community and things like that. Do the things that make you happy, Harvey, and don't worry about negative opinions that come in. Okay? There's always going to be somebody mad if you're monetized and calling names and things like that. Everybody knows that you're a very decent person, Harvey. That's the only thing that you have to bear in mind at the end of the day is that you're a very nice person. Anybody should be happy. There's not anything sinister in you, there's nothing underhanded in you. You would never do anything to hurt anybody on YouTube. Now, you've done a couple dumb things once in a while, but so have I. Okay, but you have a very good spirit and you're a wonderful person, and I'm very proud to have you as a friend. And if I can give you one piece of advice, it is do your own thing, Harvey, and don't worry about the opinions of others, because the people that really care about you know the person that you are. Okay. Oh, I know that, Ella, but I just want to give him a little bit of encouragement because he's a good person. And Harvey is sensitive. It's the Italian side in Harvey. It's the drama side of Harvey, right? The romantic side of Harvey, and Harvey wants to be everybody's pal, and that's cool. But you got to understand, Harvey, that this has become a place with over the last 6 years, particularly, it's been a gathering place for people with mental health, emotional challenges, that's gathering more and more of those people in here, and it's tougher and tougher to navigate. But just be positive and do your own stuff and have fun. He is a good guy. Let's see. Ella said Harvey makes me smoke more. Harvey might make me take up smoking again. Harvey, you're driving me crazy. Yeah. Harvey De Niro Staples. He's one of my friends from the vintage audio community. I haven't done much vintage audio because of doing the van build, but I found him to be a very sweet guy. Um, lives in London, and he has a lot to offer. He's in a city where he can do a ton of great content. How you doing, Bubba Buck? He can do a ton of great content. He's a very engaging person, and he can get out there and he can show interesting sights in London. And I feel like once he gets the pump primed and he gets going, and he gets out there and he does a chooch or captures some video and uploads it and gradually starts building, you're not going to get overnight success by bringing quality content to this community. I'm sorry, Harvey. It's going to take a long time, but you will attract people over time that specifically want to see what you see in London. He's a definite YouTube asset. He's a really, really nice guy. Yep, day 133 of the never-ending van build. That's right. Today I can take the blame for today because I'm not lifting a finger today. Because frankly, my hands are too sore. Yeah, it takes a lot of work and years, and even then, it's no guarantee. So make sure you're having fun, Harvey. Make sure you are having a good time. Okay, that's the important thing. Yep, that's right. There's people out there that like you, and anybody that knows you. And I've got Dave here, Adventure Unknown, and you were on Dave's stream, and you did a bonehead thing with the with the copyright thing. But what the heck, things happen. You didn't do it because you wanted to um, get to have Dave get a strike. You did it because that's what you believe that you could do on YouTube. So at every point, and at every turn in the road, you've always shown yourself to be a very high quality and lovely individual. Yeah, what happened to my hand? They're just overworked. I just couldn't even sleep last night. The pain was so miserable in it. I guess I just have extreme carpal tunnel now, so I'm probably going to have to just bite the bullet and get that squared away. I don't know. Let's see. Jordan says, honestly, there was a time way back in the day when people were friends and had fun. No drama, no BS. Those days are gone. They'll never be back again, Jordan. They'll never come back again. Okay, because YouTube is free, and as economically challenged as the world is today, and a big section of the United States, more and more people gravitate to free content, and they all have different states of mind when they come in. Okay, and it's not all what it was years ago when everybody came in. It was more creators and uh, more people that made YouTube a positive experience. And there's been people that have never, for years, contributed one positive thing to YouTube at all. Just a continuous stream of negative actions and activities. So, hydrocortico. Well, I got to figure. I'm not complaining. Yeah, I'm going to take a day off and just relax and have some fun and enjoy. And the van is done. Okay, the van is complete. And that's the bottom line. The rest of the stuff is little inky dinky lights and other things that, it'll be totally wrapped up by the end of this weekend, and that's fine. You too. Thank you, Jay. Building a ladder to get on the bed. You should be able to sit on that bed. Okay, Sean, it was exactly the height. It's a standard height. I didn't know he'd be doubling up the cushions. But I would caution Marshall, the higher you go up on the bed, the more, remember, the sides of the van are curved in, and you're losing horizontal space, which is what you wanted. The thing he requested most was build the biggest bed you can from side to side using every available inch, which I did. Okay, and it's about what, 72 inches, which is an incredible size for a Class B bed, and the cushioning in the front on the dinette is so comfortable that you don't even feel the tabletop below there. It's pretty amazing. It's you got two very comfortable places to sleep. Tribe, go get a couple tacos, okay? Go take a shower. Yeah, the van doesn't resemble. I think I'm going to go onto the glucosamine and ibuprofen. Thank you, Lindsay. I appreciate what. 90 says, as I've watched you fix Marshall's van, I had feeling he's using it. Well, we use people on YouTube and being with fun with, we've had fun, Marshall and I, but I respect Marshall at the end of the day. And I've tried to deal with a positive heart and exert what little influence I can on him. But at the end of it all, we still come to my saying that you can't change a person's basic nature. It would be so nice in life if we could. But he worked very hard on this van build and was way outside of his normal life, good or bad, of having the foods that he wanted to eat and the experiences that he wanted to have. Hey, hipster. Thank you, Pizza Kitty. I appreciate that. Thank you. So, Wesley Bumps found out this. Nothing surprises me. Yeah, you try, you give it a good shot, and you hope for the best. Okay, that's the bottom line. But there's a big country out there. There's a lot of stuff to do. I'll be joining forces with Marshall probably multiple times throughout the year, and that's fine. But it's also a chance to meet other men and women here on YouTube and develop some relationships with them and get engaged in some of their projects and some of their lives and things that they can show me about places that they live and experiences that we can have together. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, Penny Pincher, hello. Nice to see you. Thank you, 90s. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing what content he brings again. It's not an easy life to live in a van and exist on YouTube, so we'll see. Have to see how that turns out over time. So today, blame me for what day, whatever, day 123 on the van build or whatever, because I'm not capable of doing anything today. Thank you, hipster. I'm excited to be down there too. I'm going to have a special video tomorrow morning on Stellar Joe. I hope you all will check that out. Let me see what else I have here. Oh yeah, day off, Choochin. We will go to maybe JK NoCal. I'm kind of hoping I got my fingers crossed. We're going to go up North County tonight to Windsor. I would like to go out this afternoon, probably around 3 o'clock, do some looking around the county, and then head up to do a little bit of chooching in the town of Windsor. It's a relatively new community. It's an old town, but it's developed a lot of new buildings and a lot of younger people live up there. So maybe we'll see JK NoCal tonight. We'll be in his backyard this evening. Let's see. Alabella says, I keep asking, did Marshall get the sombrero to zip tie on the ground? I don't know. Mexico costs money. All right, it ain't free. It's cheaper, but it ain't free. Okay. And yeah, we did the Russian River last time we were in Guerneville, Tom, the time before last. Problem with Mexico is that it's a monoculture. It's not like the United States where you have Italian food and Chinese food and Portuguese food and Peruvian and El Salvadoran, Mexican, Himalayan, Middle Eastern. You go down to Mexico, and except for Mexicali, which has a huge Chinese population, and it was funny, it was the only way I could effectively communicate to find out what I was doing in Mexicali, Mexico, was to speak Chinese with some of the with some of the locals to find out what the score was. It's a monoculture. I got tired. You guys, do any of you guys remember when I got tired of eating Mexican food? After about 2 weeks, 3 weeks of dinking around the border towns down there, how tired I got of uh, tacos, carne asada tacos. I got tired of it. Just a bit of information on both wrists and what I found. Take a couple of Motrin per day. Thank you, Craig. I will. I will look into that. I'll look into that. You know, I've just overused my hands. I started doing very heavy manual labor at a very young age, and it's just warm. Hey, Cheryl. Yeah, they might have the woo flu by now. Exactly. Didn't go so well. I think I don't really feel like going through operations on that, so we'll just have to see. Carpal tunnels are the best thing I ever did. There you go, penny pincher. Yeah, Chinese tacos. But the problem is, you're going to get tired out eating that food. And if you think America's a monoculture, if you go down to Florida, you go down to Mexico, and you think that that's some kind of paradise, you only have a little thin edge of paradise along the beautiful coastal towns and along the border towns. And the rest is a very, very hard scrabble existence there in Mexico, okay? But the food is going to be the same, the same, the same, the same. And I had it up to here. I told Marshall, I got to get a damn hamburger one night. Cannot do if I look at another taco, I'm going to go out of my mind down there. Yeah, I don't want acupuncture. Thank you, Tom Finland. So I'm not sure if I want to go down that route. But what I'm saying is, you look at a place like Mexico, you look at a place like Tijuana, and the pretty girls are all hanging out, and the club scenes and all that. Let me tell you, that get also awful tiresome after a week or two of that. You may think that you're in paradise, but as most places on earth we think that are paradise end up being having their negative aspects of them too. They're not paradise. They're not paradise. Yeah, I can eat Italian and steak. Yeah, Mexican burger. Yeah, Marshall can do that speckled pup. He can do what he wants out there. He's welcome to go along today. Craig, thank you. Wow. Just a little bit of gas money for the trip. Put in the kitty. It might get a couple of tanks of gas. Thank you, Craig. Much appreciated. I don't know if the Streamlabs thing is firing off, but thank you. I just did an update of Streamlabs. Yay, it worked. There we go.
Rosie, just a little gas.
Thank you, Craig. Very, very thoughtful. Been a great supporter on the channel and a watcher, and came over from RB Deb's chat. A very, very nice person. Thank you. Bruce said, I find a hot tub and a few ladies and drinks really help my sore hand. Sign me up, Bruce. Sign me up. Uber Goober, how you doing, beautiful? Nice to see you. Sign me up, Bruce. Yeah, and pretty girls aren't cheap to rent, even in Mexico. And I can't get around the degrading aspects of that anyway. I just cannot get around the fact that I want to, I want to have a relationship that was more than just shooting fish in a barrel for dipping the bone, so to speak. Okay, I mean there's no challenge to that. The real challenge is to get somebody to love you for who you are. Because when you go dipping the bone, dipping for dollars or whatever, you're short selling yourself too. You're basically telling yourself on the daily that I don't have anything that anybody would find worthwhile. So it all comes down to just smoking my wad, and that's it. That's a sad commentary on self too, I believe. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but each of us has so much to offer, and there's somebody out there for everybody. Hey, Deb, how are you? Yeah, you don't want to. You got to be careful on some of these streets. I almost got nailed for videoing down there. Let me tell you. That's what I say, Madowix. It's degrading for a man too. It's like, come on, dude, you got some things. Put some effort into it. Find somebody nice. Find a nice gal and meet him, or a nice partner. And I always get kind of sad when I think about that. Yeah, I hope you're doing good, Cheryl. I hope you're feeling better. I know you got had a lot of health struggles and things like that, but I would be much more apt to go to a beach town in Mexico next time. I think that would be a lot of fun. Rosarito or uh, Puerto Vallarta or one of those places. I think that would be a lot of fun. Imagine how many dirty guys she's been. All that. Hey, Jessica, how you doing? Nice to see you. Looking forward to the chooch today. I'm looking forward to having a few beers. Yeah, I never got the whole paying for it thing. I never did either. It's just that I don't know. I could say a lot, but I don't want to say a lot. I don't want to be. I don't. I can't. You can't change people in life. So, but there's. I don't know the joy of discovery. There's a lot more to men and women and just the physical aspects of things. We go on a chooch. Oh boy, that would be fun. Well, the way you're looking, Uber, you could probably out chooch me these days. Thank you, Grunge. Have a beer on me. Thank you. And if you do want to text the speech to go off, it's $2, but $1.99 is very appreciated, grunge. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you're trying. You're looking wonderful. So I can't subscribe to all the Mexico is great because I know if I force somebody, if I said, Marshall, I'm gonna find you a nice VRBO, vacation rental by owner, or a nice Airbnb in Tijuana, and you've got to promise me that you're going to stay there for 2 months. I guarantee you, by the end of 1 month, you will be crawling the walls to get out of there. Okay, you will be gone out of your tree to get out of Mexico. It's not your country. Okay, it's a nice place to visit, but it's not your country. It's the same reason that all the years I spent in China, that monoculture made me really appreciate the United States and how wonderful it is to have a multicultural country where you can have so many ethnic foods, so many different ethnic experiences. It's not the same old every day. Yeah, the grass is not always greener. It rarely is, Uber. It rarely is. Meet people over the last few years. It'd be so great to live in China. Look at Shanghai. These cities are so ultra modern. They're so beautiful. And Hong Kong is so vibrant and so cool and such an exotic place. Yeah, 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 it is. But look at how unhinged China's become now. Okay, they don't have the depth that the West has. I dare say the characteristics of the Western mind and things that make people appreciative of different cultures instead of defensive about different cultures. That's the great thing about America. Yeah, that's right. Asian countries are great when things are going, when they're chooching along good, man. Everybody is a hero. But when stuff hits the fan, it's the last places that you want to be. How you doing, Vinny G? Nice to see you. Wisdom comes from years, but you can't tell these young ones that they think they know exactly Uber. People have to find out the best lessons you learn are the lessons that you live yourself and go through. Doesn't matter where you live, you have to find it. That's right. It's from within you. Nice to see Benny. I enjoyed your big truck and Benny. I so I so enjoy Vinny. I just sit there and just click on his streams and just laugh. I wish he kept more of them up, but it's funny. Hi, Vicky. Uh, what do they do with the mentally ill in China? It's up to the families to deal with that. There are no social services per se in China. It's all family oriented. It's all family responsibility to take care of those things. But the state's not a killing machine for people. Thank you, Pocket Change. Take him to the bowling alley for a beer. Might be right up his alley. I get it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right up his alley there. That's funny. So, bowling. Can you imagine that? Thank you, Pocket Change.
Take Marshall to the bowling alley for a beer.
I've
Right up his
enjoyed
alley.
Vinny's. I don't talk
Thank
much
you
on
for
the side
sharing
chat, but it does
Paladin's
not
two
mean that I
views.
don't
Peace and
enjoy
love.
listening. And Vinny's Morning on the Hill things have been good content. So pathogens of our humans, that's exactly right. So enjoy your life now while you can. Look at the time that Vinny's stroke stole from him, and the long road to battle back from something like that, and to get your feet again, and to go forward with confidence and not fear in life, to worry what tomorrow might bring. It's a concern. And I think we all of us will have health concerns at one stage in life. Some are serious, some are just a pain in the ass. Thank goodness, like I'm dealing with now, but it's a drag. Yeah, Sean's like, yes, we know you lurk. You can't fool Sean. Sean's sense of intuition is like, ah, I smell O'Kelly. I know O'Kelly's in here watching. Once in a while, somebody calls me out. Whose chat did I get called out on? Oh, Tribe. Yeah, Tribe the other night. How long you think China tourism will recover and cruise ship tourism? It's going to be a long time. Madowix, Yamashadow Lurker. It's going to be a long time because a lot of confidence in the Chinese government has been undermined over there. Hong Kong is a shambles. It's a political powder keg. Businesses are under incredible pressure and duress right now. Small businesses are folding. A lot of companies can't pay their workers. That's how close to the edge they skate. Okay, and it's you'd be surprised how fast sometimes societies can degrade. And I took a lot of crap when I did a prepper video on my Rosie Murphy channel about it. Might not be a bad idea just to make sure you have some essentials at home that you can survive if you have to stay off the streets for a month or 6 weeks. Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you hunker down? You think that's the worst advice in the world? You know? Your pocket's full of posy. Well, we could. You think about a place like New York City, which is a vertical town like Hong Kong. Everybody lives on top of each other, so you don't get the scale of population because you just judge by what you see on the streets. But there's, equivalent population of Hong Kong, except Hong Kong's population is on the size of Manhattan, whereas New York's population at least spreads through the five boroughs. But you know, you can see how tenuous it is to supply markets in places like Manhattan, and if disease gets a hold in there, people can put two and two together. As Marshall said, let's do the math. Let's put two and two together. They accelerate the process of fear. So they're like, oh, here we go. I better grab some stuff while I can. And everybody else now has the same idea of doing that. Yeah, you could do it, Vicky. You could do it. Yes, nice room to see you all. And nice to see you, Red Pill. So you don't know. I mean, we don't know. The good news is that spring is around the corner. Traditionally, those viruses and things, influenza goes into a dormancy period, but March can typically be some of the worst months for influenza. No, the Chinese food in China is totally different than it is in the U.S. For example, you don't see fortune cookies in China. Okay, they don't even they know the concept, but to them it's like, what's the point? You're giving free food away at the end of the meal. And in fact, fortune cookies were developed in Brooklyn, New York in 1910, I believe, at a Chinese American restaurant there. It's much different. Much different. The Chinese food had to be adopted to the American palate. Yeah, the Chinese food was nothing like American. My plate was moving. I couldn't touch it. There you go. So I've never got ill though. All the years, never had any foodborne. They have thousands of years to understand how to preserve food and to prepare things safely, all without refrigeration, and they done a wonderful job. So it's been good. It's been good. The Olympics may be postponed or moved. Yeah, I'm not surprised, Matowicks. I'm not surprised. Well, I'll eat anything on the plate. It doesn't matter to me. No, I thought the food was great. I thought the food was outstanding. I enjoyed it. There was, you could go to a temple and have the monks prepare food out of soy that tasted exactly like meats and things. Very interesting. There's just a lot of traditions there, spanning thousands of years. That's what I found very interesting. There, the casinos have a mask policy. You have to wear one to gamble. That's probably smart. But I think they're finding out that the masks don't really do anything to slow down this virus anyway. I think it's gotten a toehold in Korea and Japan now. So it's just hard to say. Hard to say what it's going to be. I think it was Hong Kong. Well, Macau is the big gambling enclave across the Pearl River from Hong Kong in China. That's where Wynn, Las Vegas casinos, they have all their big gambling operations there. You go there from Hong Kong, you take a high speed jet foil that goes along like 50 knots along the water. Get you there fast so you can lose your money and get home quick. Mm. And the games were a lot different. Yeah, the masks aren't stopping anything. That's right. Diamond said our world is overpopulated. It was only a matter of time before a pandemic comes along. Exactly. Exactly. Viruses want to survive too. They want to take over the world. They want to be the top dog. And I always hearken back to Charles Dickens and A Christmas Carol when Jacob Marley, who was Ebenezer Scrooge's partner at the accounting house, told Ebenezer Scrooge, and Ebenezer Scrooge repeated it, that it's not a bad thing sometimes to reduce the surplus population, right, Joe? As long as it's not you that's being reduced, right? There's a philosopher called Malthus, an economic philosopher, who spoke of Malthusian responses in nature, that once in a while you have to take the population down a bit because the stresses are growing too great. I have not smoked since December 31st of 2019, still smoke free. So I will not be smoking again. Yeah, viruses aren't technically alive, but they have the ability to attach on the hosts and things and be parasites, and we know about parasites. Prince Philip wants to come back and says to kill 90% of the population. Man, that's weird. Yeah, thank you, Red Pill. Generally, when I put my mind to something, I can accomplish it. So thank you. Yeah, I don't miss it. I haven't gained an ounce of weight, and I've been pretty watching my eating pretty consistently here. So I'm happy. I'm happy. Just keep these nuts coming. These macadamia nuts. Amazing. My hands feel better having eaten a couple of these. Having eaten a couple of these nuts here. So, all right. Thank you, Joe Smith. Good to see you, by the way. Yeah, doctor says if you're gonna smoke, don't start till you're 72. I didn't get enough. I didn't get enough benefit out of it. I might have a cigar. I don't know, but I didn't get enough benefit. Yeah, the magnesium. I take a magnesium pill every day. You too, Johnny West. I woke up in the morning. I just feel like crap. I don't want to smoke. That's the way I feel. Anyway, guys, I've been on about 1 hour now. I'm gonna do do a few things around here. I will see you guys on the road today, and want to thank you for being along. Hopefully, we can run into JK NoCal, drink a 6-pack can with a plastic. That'd be good, Mega Triumph. You can drink a 6-pack can of beers with the plastic ring still on it. Yes. Now you know you're going down the wrong path when you don't even have time to take the plastic ring off. Oh, I think I'll be taking off about three to four today, something like that. So we'll have a lot of fun. I want to thank you guys for being along today. And thank you for your wonderful support on the channel. And don't forget, tomorrow morning I have a vid about Stellar Joe. I think you'll find it interesting. And I want to thank you guys for being along. Uber Goober, great to see you. Have a wonderful one, everyone. Woo.